It's the breadth of what we've been able to achieve in such a short amount of time. We would never have been able to do that in-house. The planning of it would have taken longer than this. I am CEO of the Legal Director. The Legal Director is what we call in the industry an ALSP, Alternative Legal Services Provider, which means that we are in fact regulated as a law firm, but we deliver legal services in a very different way to private practice law firms.
What were you looking for when you considered bringing a partner in for marketing, demand generation, and ultimately helping with that pipeline performance for the business?
In terms of priorities, we wanted to speak to more of the people who could buy us. We wanted to generate that demand for discovery calls to be able to place our lawyers into more clients in order for us to grow. But more than that, we wanted to reach the right people. I think we were saying a lot of stuff in the market. I don't think it was necessarily targeted enough towards our kind of ideal customer profile. And I don't know that we were necessarily messaging it in a way that was landing as efficiently and effectively as we would have liked to have done. We were trying to do too many things and kind of hoping something stuck.
How many options did you consider as part of that review of who to bring in?
It was really focused on that, really nailing on the message to the right people who could have these great calls with us. Because once we have these calls, people go, oh,
yeah,
wow, I didn't know that was a thing. So the tricky bit is getting in front of them and having that conversation.
And you've brought in OrbitalX.
You know, when we look at what we're trying to achieve, it was that piece. We looked at a handful of different options. You guys came very highly recommended from somebody who I really rate and respect. And so, yeah, really glad to have started working with you.
Have you got the right audience from the conversations or the leads that you're seeing coming in, people engaging with your content? Has that problem been solved?
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing engagement from exactly the right people that we want to be having conversations with. We've seen that activity really quickly. The conversations that we're already having are with the right people who are having that reaction of, oh, I didn't know this was a thing, and that's really interesting for us. So yeah, we're absolutely hitting the right people and having the right conversations now.
What's been the campaign that surprised you the most with just the performance or the speed?
It's the breadth of what we've been able to achieve in such a short amount of time. We would never have been able to do that in-house. The planning of it would have taken longer than this, or the strategizing or thinking about the component parts of it would have taken this long. And so what we've actually been able to deliver in such a short amount of time has been exceptional and something that we never would have been able to achieve. We ran one webinar which I felt the topic and the conversation was absolutely brilliant. So we spent time talking about that with your team. I felt like they really spent the time understanding our ICP, understanding the pain points and understanding the challenges that we had in getting to them, and therefore what we kind of designed even for the first activation I thought was absolutely bang on, and the numbers were brilliant. And we've already had sales calls off the back of that.
How's the team supported you, and what would you say about the team dynamic between you guys and us as a partner?
Super agile and responsive. I feel like, I've got an exec sponsor who takes the time to listen to me and who I can pick up the phone to. I've identified this is the challenge for us now. This is where we're struggling. I know that next week we're going to have a bunch of conversations about how we solve that. So it feels like a real partnership, not just a supplier-customer relationship.
Where do you want the Legal Director brand to go? What are you guys trying to achieve from a business standpoint, from marketing and sales and revenue?
I'd like to be, generating even more of those great sales conversations because, we as a business are trying to grow too. And so just continuing for now to increase those volumes and have more of those calls is the real focus.
Yeah.
And so there's no reason why we can't kind of continue to work together in that space once we've kind of nailed everything that we're doing now.
100%. Then you guys are crushing it. So we're rooting for you.